So, here we are headed down the road. We had talked to some guys a little further up the road and asked whether or not this road went through down to the State Forest Road, which we assumed would be like a shortcut, which is not part of the puppy dog route as laid out by the BMW Club. This is what we're coming to find out, is this Class 4 road is anymore.
Right.
Well, I'm all for it, giving it a shot. All I need is somebody else to buy in on it.
Yeah?
Right by the pickup truck.
I think that's his driveway.
You got the drive?
So it was a little more convincing. I get somebody to say, yeah, I'll go.
I'm okay with trying it.
So I dive off into the woods. You can see there are pretty much no tire tracks at all. Very little used. You see some evidence of some vehicles, but for the most part, we're the only two-wheeled vehicles that have been down this track in quite a while. So we'll see how it goes. This doesn't look too bad here. Seems like we're making some good time. A little bit of a low bridge here. Hoping that the Tiger will make it under there, but we'll see. And this was our first little obstacle. Just a little tree in the way, so we get off and do a little trail maintenance and clear that out of the way. Not a big deal.
Trail maintenance.
Came to this little fork in the road. Couldn't decide whether we go left. And it looks like there's a road further down in there. So I said, oh, maybe the going will get a little bit easier. We decided to go left. Yep, just comes out onto the power line. Not really part of the road.
Power line.
Plowing on through some vegetation, we find our way back to the trail. This little section was pretty wet, so give it a little go and off we go and get it across it. I just put some new knobbies on the back of this KLR, so it seems to be working pretty well. Of course, the little DRs really have no issue with it at all. So once again, the question is, will the big tiger make it through? Yes, it is a big heavy bike that wants to sink in the mud. But with a little help from our friends, Martin gives a little push, a little guidance, we'll get this sucker out of here.
I know where I want to go. See, it works.
Yeah. Float. Where's the camera?
It's on.
Oh, good. I don't imagine you got me knocking the tree down, did you?
Nope, just got you sinking in the mud.
That tree, I thought I was far enough away from it. I hit it, it goes koosh. Wow.
So after that little bit, we shed a couple layers of clothes and some gloves and
All right, we should be halfway there.
decided to head on. Yeah, halfway there. Those are famous last words, because that was definitely the easiest part of this little shortcut. The trail's a little difficult to follow, and as we got into this section, I realized that, yep, it's completely blocked. Can't really see it on the camera, but looking down along the creek here, it is just completely blocked up with the trail across the stream. So after a little help from the crew, we got the KLR turned back around and back up the hill to where we could cross back over the little brook. Here we're coming into another bit of an obstacle, another tree down across our trail. So we're working to try and figure out ways around it. Get around parts of the first one, and then another one further down there where you can see Martin in the distance. So what we decide we're gonna, Martin's bike there in the distance, what we decided we're gonna have to do is try and reroute around it. And that'll take a little bit of time.
See, that's what happens when you let me lead.
A little scouting, so it's time to get off the bike. Looks pretty clear from here. So we work our way around the path. And unfortunately, after all this effort, we only make it about another 30-40 yards and we come into another tree that's down.
Then it gets soggy, so keep going.
You got it.
Don't hit that rut. Hey, I'm.
Everybody else made it through just fine. A little pushing for the Tiger. Now for the KLR to make it through the little sippy hole. I just rotatil my way around through here, fast as it is. And then, yeah, stopping's an issue. And for those who are counting, that's number one.
Clear.
That was nice.
What's that?
That was good. I think to get you is the ones that are laying across.
That's good.
Careful, it's soft when you put the side stand down.
Whew.
It's all these damn rocks down here
Yeah,
that you don't see.
I didn't see that one.
Yep.
As I said, we only made it about 30-40 yards and there was another obstacle. And then after that, we spent a lot of time. We had to break and cut some trees out of the way. We had to get around that one, and then we spent a lot of time heading on down the hill to verify that there wasn't anything major in our way. Had no desire to go back up, but so Bill and I walked the mile that it was all the way down the trail and found that there was only one more major blowdown in our way. So we decided we'd continue on down the hill, trying to go back up it. Of course, on camera, a lot of this doesn't show up very well. From here, this point on, it's all a relatively steep downhill, and everything is very wet and slippery. So there's a lot of challenges ahead yet, but like I said, we only have one more blowdown that we would have to clear out of the way, so it's really just a matter of negotiating all the little hazards along the way, like this little brook crossing.
Wrong side. Up the hill. I got it.
Yeah, see, that one doesn't count, didn't it? However, this one coming up does. This will be number 2.
Where's my thing?
You okay, Tom?
I'm good.
Here you see the last major blowdown. Even though it may not look like it, actually after we've cleared some of it. We actually cut a lot of branches out of the way and moved some big chunks out of the way so that we could get over and under and through this big old tree. And everybody made it through without too much of a hassle. However, this fine rock here, I can see I should go to the left of it or I should go to the right of it. But nope, I decided to go straight up over it. Good test of the bash plate. So I'm looking for a place to try and park and so I can go pick up my clothes that I shed after walking down the hill and back up again. And once again, lock up that front wheel on the slippery rocks. That's number 3.
I'm fine. Needed to park it.
Definitely a good thing to
Get
be
my
doing
clothes.
these trails with several people to help pick up this big old bike. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now it's just a matter of the last final push on down the hill. Like I said, fairly steep, definitely slippery, but pretty much all make it down without much more incident.
5.4 miles. Then make a U-turn.
Here we see our final little obstacle to finish up this shortcut. Nice big pile of logs blocking off the road. This explains why there's no wheel tracks running around up this road, because apparently somebody doesn't want any vehicles running through there. But we've gone this far coming down the hill. We're certainly not turning around and going back now. And with that, we are out. This little 2.5 mile shortcut only took us about 2 hours to get through. Maybe next time, and for the rest of the trip, we'll stay on the road. Thanks.